Have you ever had that moment? Maybe you forgot where you put your keys or the name of someone you just met, and a little voice in your head whispers, "Is this it? Is this the start of things?" Fading. It's a painful reality for many as the years go by. That worry about losing a step, not just physically, but mentally. There's this fear that sharpness, that quick wit, the ability to figure things out, slowly slips away after a certain age. But what if I told you that wasn't the whole story? What if maintaining your edge isn't about never forgetting anything, but about something else entirely? There's a kind of sharpness that truly stands out after 75, a set of abilities that show you're not just getting by, but genuinely thriving and connected to the world. It's not about acing a memory test from your doctor, but about how you navigate everyday life, how you interact, and how you keep engaging with new things. These aren't necessarily skills you learned in school. They're more like signs of a mind that's still active, flexible, and vibrant. In this video, we're going to look at some of these remarkable signs, abilities that prove you are exceptionally sharp. And stick around until the very end, because there's something I want to share that might just surprise you. Let's dive right in and talk about one of the clearest indicators that your mind is still incredibly agile. And it might not be what you first think. We live in a world that's constantly changing, especially when it comes to how we communicate and access information. Think about it just a couple of decades ago. The idea of everyone carrying a tiny computer in their pocket that could instantly connect them to almost anything seemed like science fiction. Yet, here we are. And one of the most profound signs of mental sharpness after 75 is the willingness and ability to embrace and navigate this ever-evolving landscape of technology. I'm not talking about becoming a computer programmer or mastering video editing. Though, if you are, hats off to you. I'm talking about things like feeling comfortable using a smartphone, not just for making calls, but for sending texts, maybe even photos. It's about managing an email account, keeping up with messages from family and friends, sorting through what's important and what's junk. Perhaps it's being able to use a tablet to read the news, play a game that keeps your mind active, or even video call with your grandchildren who live far away. Think about the patience and mental flexibility that requires. Learning a new device, understanding a new app, figuring out how to scroll or tap or swipe. It's a challenge at any age, but it demands a particular kind of adaptability when you've already got decades of learned habits about how things should work. The world used to come through the letterbox or the telephone on the wall. Now it arrives in notifications and pop-ups. The ability to learn these new ways of doing things. To not be intimidated, but to approach technology with curiosity and a willingness to figure it out is a huge sign of a mind that is actively building new pathways. Staying current and refusing to be left behind. It shows you're still capable of complex learning and applying that learning to practical tasks in your daily life. Maybe you've figured out how to order groceries online, or how to manage your banking without having to stand in line. These aren't trivial skills. They require memory for passwords and procedures, attention to detail, and problem solving when something doesn't work quite right. Successfully managing these digital tasks means your executive functions, the part of your brain that plans, organizes, and executes tasks, are still firing on all cylinders. And it's not just about the practical side. Using technology, even in simple ways, keeps you connected. It allows you to participate in conversations happening digitally, to see pictures of family events you couldn't attend, to share your own thoughts and experiences. This social connection is incredibly important for maintaining cognitive health, and navigating the digital world is increasingly how that connection happens. So, if you are someone who has taken the plunge, who uses email, sends texts, maybe even dips your toes into social media, or uses streaming services to watch your favorite shows, give yourself a huge pat on the back. You are demonstrating a level of mental flexibility and learning capacity that is genuinely exceptional. It shows you are adaptable, resilient, and committed to staying engaged with the modern world. It's about actively participating, not just passively observing. Beyond adapting to new gadgets and digital ways of doing things, another powerful sign of sharpness after 75 is a continued, vibrant sense of curiosity and a desire to learn. The world didn't stop evolving when you hit a certain birthday, and neither does the opportunity to discover new things. If you find yourself still asking questions, wanting to understand why things are the way they are, or deliberately seeking out new information, that is a magnificent indicator of a sharp mind. This could manifest in countless ways. Maybe you are an avid reader, not just rereading old favorites, but picking up new books, exploring different genres, or delving into nonfiction that challenges your understanding of history or science or culture. Reading complex material requires focus, memory, and the ability to synthesize information, all key components of cognitive sharpness. Perhaps your curiosity leads you to watch documentaries, attend lectures or workshops if they're available in your community, or even take an online course in something that interests you, whether it's history, a language, or a new craft. Actively pursuing knowledge, just for the joy of learning, keeps the brain stimulated. It's like exercise for your mind, building new neural connections and reinforcing existing ones. When you learn something new, you are forcing your brain to work, to make sense of unfamiliar concepts and integrate them into what you already know. This process is incredibly beneficial for maintaining cognitive function. Think about someone who decides to learn a new language in their 70s or 80s. That is a monumental task requiring significant memory, discipline, and cognitive effort. Even smaller acts of learning, like following along with a complex news story, trying a new recipe, or figuring out how something works, demonstrate that same vital spark of curiosity and the mental muscle to pursue it. This isn't about needing to become an expert in quantum physics. It's about maintaining an open mind, a willingness to be a beginner again, and finding joy in the process of discovery. It's about the person who picks up a birdwatching guide to identify the birds in their garden, or who researches the history of their town, or who follows a complex knitting pattern. These activities all require focus, memory, attention to detail, and problem solving. They keep your brain active and engaged with the world around you. A sharp mind isn't just one that remembers facts. It's one that actively seeks them out, connects them, and makes sense of them. If you find yourself still excited to learn, still asking, what if, or how does that work? You are demonstrating a level of intellectual vitality that is a true hallmark of exceptional sharpness. This drive to learn keeps your perspective fresh and keeps you connected to the wider world, preventing stagnation and fostering mental resilience. These two abilities, adapting to the digital world and maintaining a fervent curiosity, are powerful indicators. But they are just the beginning. Moving on from the ways we engage with information and technology, another powerful sign of sustained sharpness after 75 lies in how we connect with others and express ourselves. Exceptional mental acuity often manifests as strong, effective communication. This isn't just about being able to talk, but about being able to articulate your thoughts clearly, follow a conversation, listen actively, and share your experiences in a way that is engaging and coherent. Think about someone who can tell a story, perhaps from their past, and keep you captivated. They remember the details. They structure the narrative logically. They convey emotion, and they connect with their listener. This seemingly simple act requires significant cognitive effort accessing long-term memory, sequencing events, choosing the right words, and reading social cues from the person they're talking to. Sharpness in communication is also about being able to engage in discussions about current events or complex topics, expressing your opinions, and being able to understand and respond to differing viewpoints. It involves critical thinking, evaluating information you hear or read, and forming your own conclusions. It's the ability to not just recall facts, but to weave them into a coherent argument or explanation. It shows that your thought processes are organized and accessible. It's easy to dismiss conversation as just chatting, but maintaining the ability to have deep, meaningful, and clear conversations is a significant cognitive achievement. It requires working memory to keep track of what's being said, attention to stay focused on the topic, language skills to formulate responses, and social cognition to navigate the interaction smoothly. Furthermore, this skill extends to the ability to express your needs and feelings effectively. Being able to clearly communicate with family members, doctors, or service providers about what you need or how you are feeling is crucial for maintaining independence and well-being. It requires not only the right words, but the clarity of thought to understand your own situation and articulate it accurately. Someone who is exceptionally sharp can often do this with ease and precision. They don't get lost in tangents or struggle to find the right words. They can convey their message efficiently and effectively. This also ties into the ability to use humor and wit. A sharp mind often enjoys wordplay, understands nuances, and can find amusement in the absurdities of life. Maintaining a sense of humor and the ability to share a joke or witty observation requires cognitive flexibility and quick thinking. It's a sign that your brain is still processing information rapidly and making connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. The ability to laugh at oneself, to find lightness in difficult situations, and to connect with others through shared amusement are all subtle but powerful indicators of a resilient and sharp mind. So, if you find that you can still hold engaging conversations, tell a good story, express yourself clearly, and perhaps even make people laugh, you are demonstrating a wonderful level of cognitive vitality. It means you are still actively participating in the social and intellectual world around you. Now, let's talk about another crucial aspect of sharpness that often gets overlooked: the ability to handle practical problem solving and adapt when things don't go according to plan. Life, especially as we get older, is full of unexpected bumps in the road. Appointments get canceled, things break, plans change due to weather or unforeseen circumstances. A truly sharp mind after 75 isn't just one that remembers facts, it's one that can assess a situation, figure out a solution, and adjust course effectively. This is practical intelligence in action. Think about a situation where a piece of household equipment stops working. A sharp individual might not be able to fix it themselves, but they can logically troubleshoot the issue. Decide whether it needs repairing or replacing. Figure out who to call. And manage the process. This involves planning, decision-making, accessing relevant knowledge like who provides repair services, and coordinating actions. Or consider navigating unexpected changes in routine, like a bus route being diverted or a shop being closed. This requires spatial reasoning, memory recall of alternative routes or options, and the ability to make quick decisions based on new information. It's about being able to think on your feet and not be completely derailed by minor disruptions. This kind of adaptability is a hallmark of cognitive flexibility, the brain's ability to switch between different thoughts or actions based on changing demands. People who maintain this skill are often less stressed by unexpected challenges because they feel more capable of handling them. This also applies to managing personal health and appointments, keeping track of multiple doctor's appointments, medication schedules, and therapy sessions requires significant organizational skills, prospective memory remembering to do things in the future, and the ability to coordinate different elements of your life. Successfully managing these complex logistical tasks is a clear sign that your executive functions are strong. You are planning, prioritizing, and executing tasks effectively. It shows you are actively managing your own well-being and maintaining a degree of control over your life. Moreover, sharpness in problem-solving often involves drawing on a lifetime of experience. You've encountered similar challenges before, and your brain can access those past experiences, learn from them, and apply that wisdom to the current situation. This isn't just about memory. It's about the application of knowledge and experience to solve real-world problems. It's the person who knows instinctively how to handle a minor emergency, or who can offer practical advice based on their years of navigating similar situations. This kind of practical wisdom is a form of cognitive sharpness that is incredibly valuable and often underestimated. If you find yourself still tackling everyday challenges head-on, figuring things out, and adapting smoothly when plans go awry, you are demonstrating a profound level of mental agility and practical intelligence. It means you are still actively engaging with the complexities of the world and confidently navigating your way through them. These skills of practical problem solving and adaptability are absolutely essential for maintaining independence and quality of life. Now, let's bring all of this together and talk about what these signs truly represent, and perhaps touch on one more crucial area maintaining financial and life management: the ability to independently manage your finances, paying bills on time, understanding your income and expenses, making informed decisions about savings or investments, Navigating banking systems, whether traditional or online, is an incredibly significant indicator of cognitive sharpness. This requires attention to detail, mathematical reasoning, memory for procedures and account details, and foresight to plan for the future. In a world where financial matters can be increasingly complex, successfully managing your own money is a testament to your ongoing mental capabilities. It demonstrates trust in your own judgment and the capacity to handle abstract concepts and numerical information accurately. Beyond finances, maintaining overall life management encompasses a wide range of activities that require planning, organization, and execution. This includes things like managing household affairs, coordinating appointments, planning errands efficiently, keeping track of important documents, and ensuring your own needs are met. From groceries to healthcare, the ability to stay on top of these various aspects of life, to maintain a sense of order and control, requires sustained cognitive effort. It shows that your executive functions are strong and that you are actively engaged in directing your own life. It's the difference between feeling overwhelmed by daily tasks and feeling capable and in control. This doesn't mean you have to do everything yourself, but it does mean you have the mental capacity to oversee and manage these things, even if you have support from others. It's about being the conductor of your own life's orchestra, making sure all the different sections are playing in harmony. These abilities we've discussed: adapting to technology, maintaining curiosity and learning, communicating effectively, solving practical problems, and managing your life and finances, are not small things. They are huge indicators that your brain is still active, flexible, and resilient. They demonstrate that sharpness isn't just about having a perfect memory for names or dates. It's about how you interact with the world, how you learn, how you adapt, and how you manage the realities of everyday life. It's about the applied intelligence that allows you to live independently, stay connected, and continue growing as a person. If you recognize some or even all of these abilities in yourself, you truly are exceptionally sharp. And if you see them in someone you care about, celebrate it with them. It's a wonderful thing to maintain these capacities as we age. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. We all have moments where we struggle with technology or forget something important. The key is the overall pattern, the willingness to try, the ability to figure things out, and the continued engagement with life's challenges and opportunities. Small changes and consistent effort can make a big difference in maintaining these abilities. Simply staying curious, trying new things, staying connected with people, and continuing to manage your own affairs are all ways you are actively keeping your mind sharp. Don't underestimate the power of these everyday skills. They are the foundation of continued independence, confidence, and a rich, engaged life. They are proof that age is just a number when it comes to maintaining a vibrant, capable mind. Living your best life at every age is absolutely possible, and the abilities we've talked about are central to that. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Which of these abilities do you feel are most important? Or perhaps you have other examples of what true sharpness looks like after 75. Please share your experiences and ideas in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful and encouraging to others in this community. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, please give it a like. It tells us we're creating content that resonates with you. And be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos designed to help you live a healthy, happy, and fulfilling life at every stage. Remember, your mind is a powerful tool, and maintaining its sharpness allows you to continue enjoying all that life has to offer. Keep learning, keep adapting, keep connecting, and live your best life at every age.